for the Canadians. Former Fort Erie Meteors captain now suiting up in the red and blue, as that pass is going to be picked off by Ludington, and he'll leave it up through center for Stogianis. Stogianis with a nifty little move into the zone. That shot, and that goes high and wide. Gibson, he'll corral it back at center. He'll throw it across. And the Blackhawks will re-enter the zone. Belize out to play it in behind the net. He misses it. Tomakos takes out Gibson along the boards as they still battle for it. Cloutier now in the corner with it, trying to center it. He whiffs on it. He gets it back, though, as the Blackhawks set up. Cloutier centering pass looking for Gibson, but it's a little bit too hard as it goes off his body and back into the corner. Battle along the boards continues. It comes back out to the point. Coors winds, fires, and Belize.
It's wise. It's a good save
first save
for him. The Blackhawks defense, they're playing pretty good too, blocking the shots and generating those chances for their offense to try and find a goal.
Tomakos and Kelly. As Tomakos wins that face-off, but it's kept in by the Blackhawks. Lambert will send it up. Tomakos now with it. With speed, Tomakos trying to cut an edge, and that's going to be the first penalty of the game. Oh, what a pass. That was across, and missing a wide open net on the far side was Trevisani. Trevisani now gets it up through center, and that's going to be finally touched up by Coors, and we'll have our first power play of the game, and it's going to come to the Welland Canadians. So I believe it's going to be a holding penalty on Brock Beer. So it'll be a minor penalty, 2 minutes for Brock Beer as he'll sit, and the Canadians will get their power play unit out. Right off the bat, though, Codwell will get the face-off, and he'll dump it down into the Canadian zone. Corby with it on the close wing. He'll fire it down into the corner. And Codwell gets there first. He slaps it around the boards. It's going to squeak out through center. So Codwell, good penalty kill so far early on. 1:30 to go on the man advantage for the Canadians. Loughnane right in, and he whiffs on a shot. Pergentile with good defense on him. Spimeni sends it in behind the net. Back to the point. Lambert. Corby now will spin around with it. He'll send it back. Lambert at the point. Lambert, Corby fires, and he whiffed on that one. Sykes is first on it along the boards. And it'll be Codwell trying to fire it out of the zone, unable to. Kept in by Spimeni. Spimeni, Lambert trying to pass that one across. It goes off the stick and comes back out to Spimeni at the point. Lambert with a shot. That one flutters high and wide of Lynch. 44 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Canadians. Still scoreless. Loughnane across as they play catch. Loughnane gets it back. He shoots, and equal to the task at the top of his crease is Christian Lintz, and he holds on for a face-off. It'll be Carson
a good
Bennett
save,
taking him into the boards. Tomakos almost picked that pass off from Codwell, and it's up to Coors now through center. Coors will just dump it into the zone. He'll go off for a change as the Blackhawks get some fresh legs on the ice. Pergentile's taken into the boards hard. And that pass, Sykes is able to get back for the Blackhawks. Codwell now back into the lineup for the Blackhawks. Gets it up for Gare. Sealing circling back for the Canadians. And they'll regroup, but they get some fresh legs on the ice. It's LePage. LePage looking for Corby along the boards. It's off the boards and off his stick, and now Pergentile will pick it up on the far wing. Stogianis will have to throw it back to Codwell. First GOJHL goals, we saw that puck get tossed. And that pass, Ludington, a wide open cage, couldn't get a stick on it as we saw the puck get tossed into the Canadiens bench. That'll be his first. So it must have gone off a Thorold Blackhawk player and deflected into the net. No chance for Lynch as it comes back to the point. Ludington lets a shot go. Belize snags that one up, and he'll hold on for a face-off.
And a few big hits for both teams early in this game. And Welland is a bigger team. You can see the size of their players. They're a bigger team. They're tall. They got some muscle on them. And they're really showing it tonight against Thorold. As we saw a few big hits by Aiden LeBlanc, a few big hits by their defensemen, but Thorold is still fighting back, and they're battling hard.
Lambert throwing it along the boards, and it'll be the Canadians up through center, and that puck will go to Lynch, who'll play it in behind the net for Coors. Coors sends that one up. Oh, and another big hit in the middle of the ice is going down hard as Gare that time. Or that was Stogianis who got knocked over. Blackhawks having trouble getting it out of their own zone. Now they finally do. It's Gibson. Gibson will be an onside. Loftus in there with him as well. Stogianis heads to the front of the net. That's shot, and that one goes wide. Beer keeps it in at the point. Beer lets a shot go along the ice. Stogianis tips it wide. Lambert now with it. He'll break it out for the Canadians. Sealing into the corner. Coors takes. Face off one back by the Hawks, but it'll be the Canadians sending it down the length of the ice for icing once again. And that time it was Loughnane throwing it down the length of the ice.
And the Blackhawks line right now is the what can be ever so dangerous Cristiano Stogianis line. You got Loftus. He has very smooth hands, and he's a very smooth skater alongside Gibson and Stogianis, who can really be dangerous. So you got to be careful for this line. It may not be the first line for the Blackhawks, but it's still a really good one.
Beer gets it at center against his former team. He'll send it along the boards. Belize to play it. Beer pinching in, trying to keep it in the zone, but it leaks out, and Stogianis will be back for it. Now it's Coors picking it up in behind his own goal. It's Dylan Coors trying to weave his way through traffic. He'll send it for Stogianis. Stogianis for Loftus, who tips it into the zone. Now Loftus circling with it in the corner. Loftus chips it back to the point for Coors. Coors across. Caldwell winds, fires, and that one's blocked out front as Caldwell gets dumped at the line. Kept in the zone by Gibson. Coors now walking into the center of the ice. He fires a shot, and Belize snags that into the corner. Oh, Spimeni went in hard on the boards. And he is down and looks to be in some type of pain, as it looked like an awkward fall for the Canadiens captain.
That was a very bad fall. I don't think it was intentional or anything. It looked like he got tied up with Kluche, but they both went down. Obviously, Spimeni got the worst of it, but he's back up and he's skating back to the bench, so he looks to be in good shape right now. Even if he gets out of this game, it doesn't look to be too serious, so we pray the best for Spimeni.
Face-off won by the Canadiens, but it'll be Grenville picking it up for the Blackhawks. Grenville in behind his own net. He'll send it up the close boards. Almost turned over. Oh, massive hit along the boards as Kluche was leveled, but the Blackhawks are up. It's Smythe. Smythe dishes it off. Oh, missing a wide open net is Grenville. It's going to be a penalty coming to the Canadiens, though, as the Blackhawks keep it in the zone. Extra attacker out there for the Hawks, but it'll be blown down as Trevsani touches up for the Canadiens. And the Blackhawks are going to get their first power play of the night.
That was such a good move right there by Grenville. Remember, he came off slow earlier on in the game, and well, he's back on the ice now, made a nice play, almost generated a third goal, but it was a great, I don't even know if there was a save or the shot just went wide, but a great chance for the junior Canadiens, just failed to get it in.
Face-off won by the Blackhawks, who've gotten sloppy in their own zone here. Williams will get it up with speed. It's Kelly. Kelly along the wing. Kelly trying to make a move towards the net. It's sent into the corner as Kelly goes in hard to the boards. Kelly slow to get up along the boards. And it'll be the Canadiens picking it up. That shot goes wide into the corner. The Canadiens still continuing to pressure as Tomakos in behind the net. Grenville takes him into the boards hard, but the Canadiens still have it. Back to the point. Bennett fires, and he's bidding for his second of the night as it comes back out in front, and Lynch sticks that one away. So sloppy by the Thorold Blackhawks as here they are into the zone. It's Kelly. There's a move. Kelly trying to get it across to Ludington, but it's taken off his stick and sent up through center. And Lynch makes another pad save. Gibson circling back, leaves it for Ludington. Caldwell picks it up on his offside. Loftus thought about a shot, gets it down Ludington in the crease. Gibson couldn't get a shot off. Gibson gets it again, and he shoots one over top of the net.
Huge. The youngster, only a few games into the season, getting this one and at a big time too. So the Blackhawks with a lot of momentum now. Need to try and find a second one, hopefully before the end of the second period.
Great play in tight by Grenville to make the pass across. And able to tuck it home was Smythe. And now a 2-1 game. And they're back on it. That one comes out front, and Belize makes the save on that one. Loughnane now in it for the Canadians. He has it in the corner. Loughnane out front, and nobody was there for the Blackhawks at all as Bennett fires one towards the net. That one goes wide. Oh, almost a breakdown defensively after the goal for the Blackhawks. And that one will go off the stick of Gare and right to Bennett. He'll fire it cross ice for Loughnane. But Pergentile picks it up. Here's Pergentile. Pergentile walking right in, trying to go blocker side, but Belize says no. Kelly trying to force his way out front. Wraparound attempt. It's still out front. It's in behind the net, and it's going to be blown dead. The puck was still loose in behind the net. It looked like it was covered up by a position player. And we're going to sort things out here as we have pushing and shoving. It's Kelly and Bennett in behind the net.
The Blackhawks, they thought that goal or that puck was in the net again, but I don't think it was in the net. It's just the whistle was blew too soon, or blown too soon rather, as it was not Belize on top of the puck.
Come out. It's Spinelli. Loughnane. He gets it back, and here he comes. Loughnane with speed up the wing. Loughnane leaves it for Spimeni. In behind the net, it's Corby. And it'll be Coors grabbing it and firing it down the length of the ice. So the Blackhawks really picked up their play here the last 8 minutes or so in the second period. Maybe one last rush here for the Canadians. Lubert gets it for Spimeni. Loughnane circling back. Lubert to Loughnane. Loughnane across the ice. Spinelli back to Lubert. They play catch, and a good stick there from Loftus. 10 seconds to go. Spimeni circles in behind the net. Corby, he shoots. Lynch makes a glove save. Rebound loose out in front, and Lynch covers up and makes the save with 1.6 to go. End of the power play. Something,
if you're Jack Sykes or Scott Barnes, the coach, the captain, it doesn't matter. You want to make sure when you're going intermission, your team stays motivated going into this game, or going into this next period, sorry. As the Blackhawks getting the two really fast, or not fast, but like really fast, close together goals. They need to stay motivated going 2-2 into the second intermission. They need to get a third goal. They need to find a way to shut this one down.
So they'll drop the puck, and that's about it as the buzzer sounds to end the second period. And oh, what a second period it was for the Thorold Blackhawks as they strike
the ice. And you saw earlier Will LePage gave him his stick, the veteran defenseman, but lucky enough for Welland, Thorold couldn't get anything out of it, so we're still at a 2-2 tie, not even 2 minutes into the third.
Face-off won by the Canadians. North picks it off. Jaeger North with it now in the corner. Sends it back. Ludington, a wrist shot from the point. It's loose out in front. It's still loose in front of Belize. He made a flurry of saves. And Belize has had trouble controlling rebounds tonight. He's given up a lot out front and a lot of second and third opportunities as Ludington's taken out along the boards. It's Tomakos in behind the net for Welland, but it's going to be Vashik getting it out for the Blackhawks, and it'll be North tipping it down in deep as the Blackhawks go for a change. And it's going to be tipped at center, so icing's waved off. Lynch is out behind the net to play it. He'll play it for Beer, who will reverse it back for Coors. Here's Coors. Saucers that one up for Gibson. Cross check on Coors. So Welland's going to get an opportunity here on the power play with 16:23 to go.
The Blackhawks really need to find a way to kill off this penalty and just get an equalizer, rather, the icebreaker in this 2-2 third period.
So there'll actually be an interference call on Coors as the Canadians set up their power play. Oh, great stick there from Gare as he cuts that pass off and sends it down the length of the pond. It'll be Pergentile giving chase. And the Canadians will regroup. And Gare once more will send the puck down the ice, so the Canadians can't get past Grayson Gare. It'll be Loughnane getting it into the zone. Loughnane sends it back to Loughnane at the point. Loughnane slap pass for Spinelli. Spinelli across, and no one home for the Canadians. Miskolzy brings it around the boards. The Canadians still have it. That pass comes right to the stick of Owen Caldwell, and he slaps it down the length of the ice. 50 seconds to go, and both coaches upset right out front, and Lynch makes a save there. So a confusing play there as that shot flutters towards the net. Sykes blocks it out front, and the Hawks finally get it out at Smythe. Smythe already with a goal here tonight, flutters that on Belize, and Belize is forced to cover up and hold on.
So some very bad communication from the Welland bench as Belize went off thinking there was a penalty. The ref even put his arm down before Welland started telling him to go to the bench, and as he came off, 6 players were on the ice. He came on, 6 players were still on the ice, no call on a penalty on Welland, and that's what the frustration was clearly from the Blackhawks, just for anybody who was confused.
One back by the Blackhawks. Caldwell lets a shot go. Rebound out front, and Sherratt will clear that one to center. Multiple chances for both teams in the third period and haven't been able to capitalize yet.
He tried to block the shot or get a stick on it, and it just deflected too high for Lynch, and it went into the top corner. That was very unfortunate for the Hawks. They needed to try and get one back fast.
The second tough luck goal that Christian Lynch has given up. Now back are the Blackhawks. Here's North leading the charge. North trying to center it. He does, and Ludington had peeled off and was not there for the puck. It's Tamakos now back with it. Tamakos cuts towards Lynch at the net, and we're going to have a penalty coming here on Williams as he tripped up Tamakos on his way to the net. So the Canadians got a goal, and 15 seconds later they're going to go back to the power play as Williams will sit for 2 and a trip.
So a few questionable non-calls, but this one's a clear penalty in the eyes of the referee, who now, or the Blackhawks now 5-on-4. They're down. They're the ones who need a goal. But Welland was really searching for some insurance.
Face off one back. Loughnane gets it at the point. Loughnane looking for a lane. Doesn't have one. Across to the circle. That one-timer's fanned on. And it'll be Spimeni. Gets it back. Spimeni, a lot of room. Shoots, and Lynch makes the save. And the scrum out front of Lynch after he made the save, as temper's starting to boil here for both sides.
I'm not entirely sure who that is down there for Welland. It looks like it might be the number 11 of Colton